Ladies and gentlemen, the Lok Sabha polls this year have given some secessionists the power of Satta. From Punjab to Kashmir, it is time for separatist Raj. But some of these newfound Netajis will have to serve the Janta from jail. One of them is the man you see behind me on my screens, Khalistani sympathizer Amritpal Singh. He is, of course, someone who won a mandate by huge margin, but he's still lodged in a jail in Assam as he faces the charge of NSA. But today, someone in the Lok Sabha voiced his support for the jailed separatist. Advocating for Amritpal, former Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi has likened Amritpal Singh's confinement in jail to an emergency-like situation. He has backed him and said the choice of 20 lakh people should not be ignored. Listen in.
और ये कहते हैं कि जी हर रोज इमरजेंसी की बात करते हैं कि इमरजेंसी, लेकिन जो देश में आज अनडिक्लेयर्ड इमरजेंसी है उसका क्या है? इमरजेंसी ये भी है कि 20 लाख लोगों द्वारा पंजाब में मेंबर पार्लियामेंट चुना गया और वो एनएसए लगाकर अंदर रखा हुआ है। फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच, उसकी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी के लोगों की बात यहां नहीं रख पा रहे, ये भी इमरजेंसी है।
Now, as you would expect, that statement hasn't gone down well with the BJP. It has excoriated the former Punjab Chief Minister for his advocacy of a secessionist, and the party said the Congress has a history of backing separatist elements and that the former Punjab Chief Minister is behaving like a traitor. Listen in to Ravneet Bittu.
आज एक एक्स सीएम हो जो वो बिल्कुल ही एक आज देशद्रोही की तरह बिहेव करें और सदन के थ्रू सारे दुनिया को गुमराह करें। उन्होंने आज किया क्या है? किसानों के नाम पे उनको बोल दिया भी एनएसए किसानों पे लगा हुआ है, और एनएसए किस पे लगा हुआ है? जो देश और पंजाब को तोड़ना चाहते थे उनके ऊपर लगा। इन्होंने यहाँ पे कहा किसानों के ऊपर एनएसए लगा है, जो बिल्कुल ही गलत बात, और देश को और पंजाब को तोड़ने की आज बात एक एक्स सीएम ने और कांग्रेस ने और राहुल गांधी जी सामने बैठ के ये बात बुलवा रहे थे कि किसानों के ऊपर एनएसए लगा है। जब हमने कहा भी फ्लोर के ऊपर ये आप एविडेंस लाओ, इसे दिखाओ भी कौन से नाम दो, कौन से 4 किसान है जिनके ऊपर एनएसए लगा है, तो फिर बिल्कुल बैकफुट पे कोई उनके पास जवाब नहीं था।
Surprisingly, the Congress party stopped short of supporting or condemning the remarks. In fact, it has cited the constitution as battered for the rights of the elected MPs.
देखो, मैं वास्तव में मैंने पूरा बयान कोई उनका सुना नहीं है, लेकिन मेरा ये कहना है कि एक चुने हुए व्यक्ति को जिस प्रकार की सुख सुविधाएं या जो भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के मुताबिक मिलना चाहिए वो हर व्यक्ति को मिलना चाहिए, चाहे वो मैं हूं, चाहे अमृतपाल है, चाहे कोई और है। और कानून तोड़ने का अधिकार किसी व्यक्ति को नहीं है, बीट एनीबॉडी, चाहे वो चुना हुआ है चाहे नहीं है।
And for that matter, the party which is in power in the state, Aam Aadmi Party, has distanced itself from the comments as well. Listen in to what the Chief Minister had to say.
चरणजीत चन्नी जी ने की बोलना है पार्लीमेंट से, तो उन्होंने का हुआ है। जैसा कांग्रेस का स्टैंड की है, क्योंकि अद्धी कांग्रेस कुछ होर बोली जाती है, अद्धी कांग्रेस कुछ होर बोली जाती है ना। सो ये उन्होंने का स्टैंड है, पर साडे वालों ये है कि पंजाब दे विच लॉ एंड ऑर्डर नूं मेनटेन करने वास्ते जो साडे ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਐਫਰਟਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਖਾਸ ਐਮਪੀ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੈਂ 3.5 ਕਰੋੜ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਸਟੋਡੀਅਨ ਹਾਂ।
Now, here's the reality which our political leaders need to understand. Punjab is a border state. You cannot play around with national security by openly playing politics over dangerous separatist sentiments. That's unfortunately a very telling echo of what happened in Punjab in the 70s and the 80s with the then Akali Dal at the state and the Congress party at the center. We all know what happened with the policies of Indira and Rajiv Gandhi, and we do not want history to repeat itself, which is why stop the state from walking into a disaster with its eyes wide open. Let me put that to my guest. Dr. Dharinder Tayal, BJP leader, joins us at this point. Also joining us is Major General Dhruv Katoch. Also joining us is Ravi Srivastava, political analyst who understands the Aam Aadmi Party, and Kamruzaman Chaudhary, political analyst who understands the Congress Party. Kamruzaman, I'll come to you first, Mr. Chaudhary. It's one thing to say that yes, Amritpal Singh ultimately has been elected by a sizable amount of people, whether you like it or not. He has earned himself the right to be an MP. But at the same time, he's also earned himself the right to be in custody for national under the NSA for the alleged crimes he has committed here. The due process of law has to be maintained there as well. How is that tantamount to emergency if a man who has been accused of undermining national security is in jail while the investigation is going on?
Yeah, basically, first and foremost, let me put out a disclaimer out here. Anybody who is listening this broadcast or who all of us are sitting out here will never support the idea of a Khalistan, will never support the idea of an Islamic State, will also never support the idea of a Hindu Rashtra within the frameworks of the Indian Constitution. Election Commission has provided Amritpal Singh with a nomination. He has contested the election, won the election. That's one part of the story. If somebody convicted or let's say who is accused of grave national security issues are there with that particular person, then our law should be amended to prevent him from contesting an election. But let me cite here what Mr. Channi wanted to project out here. No doubt, he gave out a very wrong example of Mr. Amritpal Singh in citing the grave issues like the non-declared emergency that is being in the country. When you speak about this no wakil, no appeal and no dalil act of the NSA that has been imposed against, you see, against Bhim Army Chief Chandrasekhar ji, who was behind bars for 15 months. Akhil Gogoi, a social activist and now an MLA who is in Assam. You have got the Sharjil Imam case. You have got Dr. Kafil Khan who brought out this lack of oxygen in a hospital in Uttar Pradesh.
There is a merit, Mr. Chaudhary, there is a merit in having a debate over the state of emergency laws. Mr. Chaudhary, let us not deflect from what Mr. Channi said. He is a former chief minister of this. Yes, my question is, let us not deflect from what Mr. Channi said. He is an elected MP. He is a former chief minister. One assumes he is very, very capable and understands exactly what he's saying. It is no coincidence that the one example he has cited is that of Amritpal Singh. Please do not dilute it by saying that, okay, that same point also applies to other political prisoners at this point. The point is, yes, Amritpal Singh is not, we are not vilifying him, we are not calling him a thug, we are not calling him a villain, we are not saying he doesn't deserve to be an MP. He has earned the right to be an MP, but there's also an investigation going on against him. If Mr. Channi comes out and says that jailing him is equal to emergency, we are very well clear of the message it sends out to people who back Amritpal Singh's ideology. You might not back that ideology. Everyone on the panel might not back the ideology, but Mr. Amritpal Singh does, his followers do, and his supporters also do so.
My party,
yes, go on, Mr. Chaudhary, that question was for you.
An Indian will never support what Amritpal Singh stands with his ideological beliefs and faith. But I cited the example of Bhim Army Chief Mr. Chandrasekhar, who was behind bars for 15 months and he was exonerated. He was relieved of any charges under the NSA. We have got the case of Umar Khalid, who was accused of being involved in the Delhi riots. He is behind bars for the last 1500 days. That's what the actual message that Channi Saab wanted to bring out in the parliament. But I told you as earlier that Amritpal Singh is in behind bars for a crime that he has committed, seemingly, according to you, me, and a lot of us, anti-national activities. But the fact remains that the NSCA or the UAPA Amended Act of 2019 are all draconian laws that makes it very difficult for any accused to prove himself innocent until the states want him to be innocent. So in the case of Amritpal Singh, why not
Mr. Chaudhary, you're walking a very dangerous line by saying that you are effectively saying that it's fine for a NSA or a UAPA to be applied to someone like Amritpal Singh, but it's not fine to be applied to someone like Umar Khalid. That the dichotomy in that statement is staggering. But let's take you on face value in terms of what you said, that was not Mr. Channi's intention. He just put a wrong example. Dharmendra Tayalji, BJP leader, joining us at this point. Mr. Tayal, Dr. Tayal, in fact, do you buy that argument that Mr. Channi was making a larger point over the misuse of laws of a state of exception such as NSA and UAPA? And he just picked the wrong examples such as Amritpal Singh?
Certainly not. Certainly not. And I think here, like you said, trying to walk a very thin line, Mr. Chaudhary, in trying to defend absolutely the indefensible. I mean, there is only one statement here. The Congress should come forth and say, we condemn that statement, we side from it, and we are taking so-and-so action against Mr. Channi. Let me tell you, the Congress, it is not something Channi is doing, and Channi is used to doing it. Please remember, when the elections were on and the Poonch incident happened, and we lost a brave heart, at that time Mr. Channi came forth and said it is stuntbazi. That is the mindset of Mr. Channi and of Congress. And Congress has this habit of playing with Punjab. I personally am a sufferer here. I lost my father to that. And it pains us that Congress, for its small gains, wants to do this to our state. But let me tell Congress and let me tell the people, the viewers through your channel, the fabric of Punjab, the fabric of the Hindus and Sikhs is not so weak. We are intertwined. My bhabi is of Sikhni. We are intertwined. Anywhere in any religion, you tell me, is it possible that a Muslim household would say, take my eldest child and make him a Hindu? But that is the way the Hindus and Sikhs are, and no amount of nefarious designs of Congress, as they have shown today. And this is catering to some masters somewhere.
Let's talk then, Dr. Tayal.
It is not an innocent
Let's talk then, Dr. Tayal, about the nefarious designs of the... Dr. Tayal, let's then talk about the nefarious designs of the BJP IT cell. The fact still remains, there have been several incidents to malign or look at prominent Punjabi Sikh people ever since the farmer protest happened, to look them as Khalistani sympathizers, pro-Khalistanis. If Diljit Dosanjh says something, he's a Khalistani sympathizer. If he's seen, if he introduces himself as someone from Punjab and not India, he's looked at as a criminal. When Arshdeep Singh does not perform well in a cricket match, he's taunted and trolled with taunts of Gaddar. The entire response coming in from Deep Sidhu and the likes was that this is, the more the BJP or the people of the Saffron Party push the narrative of a Hindu state, Hindu Rashtra, the more there will be a pushback for a Sikh state. Can the BJP really say with its hands on its heart that it has had nothing to do, none of its policies, none of its attacks have backfired and have resulted in this is a Newtonian third law of motion in terms of a response of the rise of Khalistani sentiment, something which had not been seen in the state, in the country for a long time before 2014.
Panshu, let me make it very clear. I think there is deep non-understanding of Punjab and BJP both. Nowhere, and I challenge this, anywhere if there can be any statement that can prove that the BJP has ever looked at the Sikhs as separate from Hindus. So to say that BJP has seeded something anti-Sikh could not be farther from truth. Like I said earlier, and I would ideally not want to repeat it, but my father died fighting for the Hindu-Sikh unity, and as the president of the Punjab BJP. So to say that at any stage BJP thinks of these two as separate, as far as BJP is concerned, there is nothing which is to separate Hindus and Sikhs, and I have said this earlier also. So it is a complete, misunderstanding of entire Punjab and misunderstanding of the BJP. BJP has given its blood to this soil. So for that unity and for the integrity of the country. And today, that is, in any case, is not the issue. The issue is somebody on the floor of the parliament actually, I think, out of being a fresh parliamentarian, he has let the cat out of the bag. The secret of the Congress has been let out, the nefarious designs, where they are catering to somebody outside the country, possibly some masters who are inimical to India. That is what is happening. They want to burn Punjab for the sake of their votes. And who are they accusing? Just a question. Who are they accusing? Just one question, Dipanshu. Who is it that has imposed the NSA on Amritpal? Their bed partner, Aam Aadmi Party. Their India alliance partner, Aam Aadmi Party, who
Well,
has
we'll get the Aam
extended
Aadmi
his,
Party in at this point. We will get the Aam Aadmi Party because I genuinely don't believe the Aam Aadmi Party can wash its hands off the matter as well. But before that, I also want to get in. Okay, Ravi Srivastava, you want to come in at this point? Let's talk about the Aam Aadmi Party's role in this entire thing. What happened with the rise of Amritpal Singh, can it not be put down purely to the failure of the Aam Aadmi Party to maintain law and order? If for months after months in the years of 21 and 2022, we were seeing a massive and an alarming increase in law and order incidents. There were rockets fired at the police station. It befuddles my mind to even think of it as a rocket is fired at the police station. An entire mob can lay siege to Ajmela, what happened at the police station, and free some of Amritpal's goons at this point. Is the Aam Aadmi Party government not complicit in allowing the situation to worsen in Punjab and then putting the NSA on Amritpal Singh and then having its own India ally saying, oh, it's emergency ho gaya?
Ritangshu, at the outset, first of all, let me admire you for asking some difficult questions to the BJP spokesperson, which he did not respond. That how they branded the Sikh, that movement of the farmers as a Khalistani movement and all that. Now, second thing, let me tell you, as far as Bhagwant Mann is concerned, he is competent enough and he has done a lot in restoring the law and order in Punjab. Those cases you are telling of the rocket firing on the police station, all that happening right when he had taken the charge some 2.5 years before. But now he has taken the grip of the situation, and it was he only who could nab Amritpal Singh in Punjab after attacking the police station, after getting his men released from the by taking his supporters and all that. It is he only who could arrest Amritpal Singh. Now, as far as Amritpal Singh is concerned, now once election commission has erred, I think the law should be changed, but they have allowed it. Now, let me tell you one more case. You are asking about who was the MP who was talking with the separatists? Yes, Mr. Charanjit Singh Mann, elected from Punjab itself. And he was the person who had given the TV channel interview in Punjab and said that he was issuing the letters recommending people to go to Canada. He was openly making such statements. He was an open Khalistan supporter. And he remained in the parliament for a number of years. So let's BJP or anybody, for that matter, government cannot keep its eyes closed.
No, I'm not sure I agree with the... I'm not sure I agree with the concept of the law should change to bar people. I see the problem of the election of Amritpal Singh is not the problem. The problem is the 20 lakh people who have supported Amritpal Singh. Now, you can't say, and I'd like to get in Major General Dhruv Katoch in this point also before I come back to Ravi Srivastava ji. Major General Dhruv Katoch, the problem surely is that 20 lakh people have found resonance in Amritpal Singh's statement. I don't want to vilify 20 lakh people of my fellow countrymen by saying that they are all people who support a terrorist. The point is, every terrorist starts off with a propaganda message of being a martyr and a revolutionary. People are buying into that message. My question is, what is leading people to be so frustrated and so fed up with the general political situation that they're falling into the words of someone who is a noted follower of Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale?
Thank you, Ritangshu. I think, firstly, I think this is a very disheartening situation, very frankly. The problems you have correctly pointed out, it is not simply with the election commission and with our laws which permit this person to come in. The question also lies as how has he been elected by the people? So we have to address both these issues. But I think coming to the first issue first, we need to amend the constitution or to make certain provisions that any people booked under certain terror charges cannot be allowed to run for election. I think that has to be the start point. But having said that, that still won't eliminate the problem as to why there is a proclivity in certain sections of the population to go in that direction. And I think that reflects a failure of the government, and a failure of the administration. It is a double failure. And those failures need to be addressed. Somehow we have not really been able to put across a narrative from the side of the state as to what exactly is the ground situation. Yeah. And if a section of the people start feeling that they are being deprived, then they will follow anybody. It is not just these people. There are a very large number of criminals also who have entered parliament, and they still win those votes. Exactly. The time has come when we need to actually question ourselves, why are we permitting criminals to come. And if perchance, okay, we say they do come, there should be another law to say that their trial will be completed within a period of 3 months. You cannot let situation like this hang. It does not speak well for the morale of the country. And certainly, I can assure you, it doesn't speak well for the morale of the armed forces also.
And I can say with a certain degree of certainty, Major General, if Amritpal Singh today was debarred, from contesting, or if he is stripped of his MPship, it doesn't stop him from getting a proxy selected as an MP. The problem, again, is not Amritpal Singh. The problem is the people who support Amritpal Singh. Before I come to you for the last word, Major General, the quick response to what we see on our screens at this point. The Congress has come out, said his remarks are personal. I've lost count of the number of times Jairam Ramesh has had to issue this apology, whether it be Sam Pitroda, whether it be Charanjit Singh Channi. The Congress somehow has no control over its party leaders, even over its MPs, in terms of the things they say on the floor of the House. Major General Katoch, I need you to have the last word, because as someone who has studied the rise of Punjab's insurgency in the 80s, the parallels are something which are quite alarming. You had a government at the center who was openly stoking majoritarian politics. You have a state government who is trying to hide behind ethnic politics, and as a result, you also have an extremist outfit shooting up. It was Bhindranwale then, it is Amritpal Singh now. Are you seeing parallels of what happened in Punjab in the 80s, or am I just being perhaps a bit too doomsday-ish in my assessment?
You see, I've got a large number of my relatives and friends from Punjab, and they're both from the Hindu and Sikh community. But that is not an issue. But in Punjab, there is no ground support for such people. That big is a fact. But coming down to the larger issue, you see, there are still certain segments of pockets which will vote. And I think it is important now. It is not so much important what this particular person has said. He's a member of parliament. I think it is more important that the leader of the party has not spoken. It is incumbent on the part of the leadership to come out openly and state, instead of having the spokesperson coming here and trying to defend what is indefensible. And I think that sends a very
and then the party, and then the head of the party media social wing, or whatever designation Mr. Jairam Ramesh have.
No,
yes, and then for Mr. Jairam Ramesh to come out and say that Mr. Channi's views are his own. Mr. Channi is a Congress MP. He's a former Congress chief minister. Whichever party these leaders come from, my earnest appeal at this point is we cannot afford such provocative, loose comments, bad examples being chosen, personal reviews. Those arguments do not fly in a situation where Punjab is stable, it's safe, but is flirting dangerously with secession at this point in terms of the election of Amritpal Singh. Once again, the problem is not Amritpal. The problem is the thought which leads to so many people supporting him. On that note, I'm going to head in for a short break. Thank you so much, Dr. Dharinder Tayal, Major General Dhruv Katoch, Ravi Srivastava and Kamruzaman Chaudhary for joining me with your views and perspectives. Time for a short break. Shreya Upadhyay joins you on the other side with The Nation at 9. Stay tuned.